Hello, friend. Today we are going to chat about gate 50, the gate of values and the cauldron. It's really interesting in design. There's the cauldron, there's the well, there's the abyss. Design is very deep in its information for us. Right from the very surface level to the very depths of what the information can bring to us. So the mystical name of this is actually the guardian. And here's why. So we procreate based off of the definition of the 59-6. That is our channel of mating. And that 59-6, that's, if it was defined here in the body graph, it's a part of the defense circuit. So the 59-6 creates the children, and the 50-27 nourishes or cares for the children. So for every union that is made, right, this is this gate of or channel of mating or intimacy. There's this union that's there. You need the 50th gate, because what the 50th gate does, it's actually the tribal lawmaker, okay? And it nurtures those children into adulthood. So this is how and where the rules for caring become the source of moral conditioning for our offspring. And of course, conditioning, because that's all we're doing all day long to each other. From the transits, we're conditioning each other. So again, we're in the spleen, right? We are in this third quarter of duality. So this is all about bonding. And there's a fear of responsibility in this gate, right? Because the mandate for the tribe is that our offspring need to survive so that the genetic code of the tribe can continue on. So there's this need for nurturing so that the genetics of this tribe can continue on into the future. There's this vital need to continue on into the future. So there's this fear of responsibility that lies in this gate. And I have this gate in my in my body graph, and of course my spleen is undefined, so the 50th gate is dormant. What I find very fascinating is I don't have children. However, even when I worked at a financial institution for 10 years, my nickname was Mama, because that's what I did. I nurtured my people. I nurtured them. I wanted them to, be the best that they could be at the role that they were doing in the company. And, I nurture many people's children. And that's just what I do. And this because it's part of my design. And that fear of responsibility, that's an interesting one for my body graph, just because I also have the channel of management, which is a part of the large group dynamics. And down the road, we're going to talk about that. But between these two, well, all of my body graph, really, it's really about creating those laws, those boundaries, those that nourishment. But honestly, it's on my own terms. Because again, most of my body graph is, I have there's a lot of individuality in there, which is, a part of needing to pull back, needing to retreat and be within self. And I also have a lot of aloneness in my chart, a lot of denial in my chart, and it has to be on my terms how I nurture. So my terms are my sacral response. So that's how, when you're looking at your chart, we're not looking at each one of these separately. They have to be synthesized into the life. So each gate needs to be synthesized, and that's what a human analyst will do for you. Synthesize it, bring it together so that you can go, oh, okay, I get it. And where the not self will, try to, take you down to rabbit holes, and where the true self really, truly does shine. So there's an instinctual awareness that lies in this gate that scrutinizes the corrupt and the unjust. Or unjust, I guess I want to say. So it's really interesting because how I see design is how I see the world, how I see design. We're playing way out here on the spectrum right now. So creator, whatever you want to call a creator, however you want to look at that starting point. There was a creation of separation so that the this and the that could see each other. So that, it could expand in the this and the that. And what we've done as humans, and, whatever else is contributing to this in our ginormous biverse, is we've started to play the game so far out on the edges of the scale. And this 50th gate really wants to bring it in. Let's balance this. Let's bring in some laws. Let's and not laws that, how do I say? It's not really about controlling. It's about nurturing. It's about, what does humanity need to move forward? And it's not about, it's not about ridiculous laws, because for the most part, I'll be honest with you, I totally break ridiculous laws that are so asinine, because there's this control mechanism. We should all be taught, as this 50th gate, here I am speaking through this 50th gate, common sense and the caring and nurturing of each other. So what I see design doing is bringing us to a more level playing field. Instead of tipping the scales way the heck out on the edge, we bring it in, because we're all living from this place of correctness for ourselves. And not being in the mind. The mind creates so much distraction, that not self mind. Our healthy, beautiful mind, man, is it a gem for other people. But when we actually are correct, you hear this in ancient teachings. It's about being that center point, that, we play the game from here, not from out here. And this 50th gate sees that, and it goes, okay, here we are. We really are a tribe, no matter how you look at humanity, however you look at, whatever other entities that are out there. This is we're all doing this to get better. Whatever it is that we're doing, whether we think it's good or bad or whatever, we're all expanding to increase our awareness. And some of us do it in one way, the other one does it in the other way. But it's to play here. We're not here to hurt each other. All of that was created by whatever you want to say. we're here to play here. To play, it's not about playing nice. It's about playing healthy. If everybody's healthy, there can't be a distortion. So play around with your chart. We're moving to the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter I will hopefully get done here shortly. And then you take the synthesis of all of this, and then you look at yourself and see how the not self has pulled you down rabbit holes. The not self compares and tries to be better than, and that's not the end game. The end game is for you to be correct, and when you're correct, you get what you deserve. So the 50th gate, when it's undefined, there's this difficulty in healthy boundaries. So, with the 27th gate is the gate of caring. So you want to care for people. However, without the 50th gate, you don't know, you're not playing the game on your flow, on your in your boundaries, because there's just this, this, you want to nurture people and care for people. So be aware of that you don't want to sacrifice yourself. Of course, we're all here to be of service to each other and to ourselves. And again, if our cup is empty, we cannot give. So it's about making sure that self is healthy. And, that's what I appreciate about my 50th gate, is self is healthy. My physical body, what I do, how I move, and I'll deny my energy when it is not right for me. I can't push this vessel past its limitation. And I know that. And there's no point in doing it, because everything is then in detriment. So be aware of that. If you don't have the 50th gate, you have the 27th gate, and it's open here, and it's going, And what you'll notice is that fear of responsibility becomes the concept in the not self mind, and it tries to take on too much. Listen to your strategy and authority. That's it. For me, it's about being asked so I can respond. What I love about these videos is the interaction with people all over the world. And people are asking me for, information, and we're interacting, and my clients, ask me for information, and ask me for readings, and ask me for coaching, and my body gets to then respond. The universe asks me. I ask it, it asks me. Right? We're living in the law of attraction, and there is no law of assertion. It's a law of attraction. And the asking game gets to go both ways. The universe needs to be asked, and I need to be asked. So we play the game together. We have a cattle herd, and right now we're in calving season. And I know when the moms need help, or a calf needs a little bit of attention. They ask, they communicate, they ask that, right? And the ones that want to have their space, they also ask for that. So it's not just about, other human beings asking you, it's about the universe asking. It's about, so pay close attention to how you're moving in this life. And when you move from your correctness, what you're going to notice is you get what you deserve. Again, here's design, or my design, and I absolutely love this information and how it plays into everything. And I can't wait till I start into like a series of walking through teachings of Greg Braden's and Joe Dispenza and David Wilcock, and there's tons of them that have compiled information. And that's what I love, is that I bring in teachers that compile vast amounts of information, and then I get to, see it through the lens of human design, and then I get to teach it. So if there's anything here that intrigues you and you want to connect, let me know. If not, enjoy the video. Thanks.